Executing window fashion special events in Costco warehouses since 2004, and we've been very successful in bringing the beauty of Hunter Douglas blinds and shades to members while at the warehouse. Our program represents and sells beautiful custom-made Hunter Douglas products. The display blinds must look great, be clean and inviting at all times, and this is one reason why our partnership with Hunter Douglas is so vital. When assigned to set up or tear down, you must be a full partner in this task. Please do not stand aside and let the Hunter Douglas rep do it all. The responsibility of this is shared, so we know the next event will receive these materials in good condition and ready to generate leads and sales for Costco. Arrive on time, Hunter Douglas reps do. Setups is the first day of the event at 8 a.m. Check in with the merchandising manager on duty. They will show you where to set up the event. The pallet may have already been brought to the setup area, and if not, ask the manager to locate it for you. The pallet of cases would have arrived 1 or 2 days in advance. Take a look at the photo. This is what you are looking for. 3 cases on a pallet. Here are the display pieces. The first group of images is showing you the front and the back side of the finished product. A total of 8 blinds are displayed. Next is a fabric backdrop to be used with the metal display poles as a backdrop to the towers and table or on the back of the window-fashioned kiosk if it is brought to your display area. One view shows the table and towers where the backdrop would be placed behind. Next is a photo of an event where the kiosk was used. Open the case on top. Hopefully, this is a supply case with the folding table. That is the first thing you set up and it will become your workspace. Unload everything from the first case, close it up, and set it aside. The next 2 cases hold the display panels and blinds. Remove the blinds and place on the table, not on the floor. Each tower consists of a base panel with 2 feet to be attached, a center board with 2 blinds already in place, a top panel, a top board with 2 blinds already in place, and arched header signs. Place the bottom panel flat on the table, install 1 foot and tighten to snug before flipping it over to install the second foot. Set this on the floor to make sure it is stable and secure. Then construct the second tower base. Just a note before we get to product. When you are unwrapping the blinds, neatly fold the bubble wrap and place it back into the cases along with the rubber bands. Do not throw these away. You will need these at wrap-up. Now, you begin working with the product. Are your hands clean? From experience, I will say they are probably not. Look at them. Since the cases are traveling, the dirt is incredible, so it's nearly impossible to keep your hands clean while unpacking the cases from the pallet. Heard enough on cleanliness? The issue is only when it's easily transferred to our beautiful Hunter Douglas products, and then they just show poorly. So thank you for double checking. 2 blinds are attached to each board and must latch the labels on the top panels you will install. The product styles are listed here and are also included in your setup material so you know which styles go on each tower. Once the center products have been placed, the upper panel will slide into the lower one. It will all make sense. Again, the top panels have consumer product labels on them, so make sure they are correct. Add the top board, again specific to the labels. This is where being 5'3" is a disadvantage. The top boards and blinds are bulky, and it's definitely a 2-person task to move into place. This is where a step stool helps, so take one in if you desire. The arched header signs are the same on both towers. These will fit snugly into the metal channels on each of the top product boards. Place the styrofoam spacers between the 2 as an added support so they sit straight. Next, attach the 4x4 product cards to the sides of the displays. Plastic clips are included, and the Hunter Douglas rep will make sure you have them in the right spot. This is the traditional table setup. From time to time, you could be provided with other materials and table schematics, but when in doubt, set your table this way or check with your manager if items are missing from your kits. Place the now empty cases back onto the pallet. Request pallet wrap at the warehouse and wrap the pallet for storage. Ask the warehouse to place the pallet in the steels. Ask where so you may know where they are at the end of your show. Yes, you are now show ready, with wrap up is just around the corner. Wrap up starts a little earlier. It's at 7 a.m. Monday morning. The trucks need to retrieve the display pallets as soon as it's ready. Once again, we are partners with the Hunter Douglas, so arrive on time and ready to go. Check in with the merchandising manager to locate the cases for packing. They may have already been brought to the event location, or sometimes the warehouse will have moved the display off the floor so they can reset merchandise in the warehouse. Again, what you will locate is 3 cases on a pallet. All cases have our name and phone number on it for ease of identifying. Open up the cases to locate the storage bag. Load in these materials for transit. Blue header signs, program sign, will return clock, clipboard, any product reference material, the table cover, please shake it out and fold it neatly so it fits back into the oversized Ziploc bag it came in. Please exclude any materials not part of the display. Outdated promotional handouts, your DAR forms, gum wrappers, etc. Pack only what are universal display items. If you unwrap the blinds for setup, you may not have noticed what we have in mind, or if the last person did not perform this task correctly. Replacement blinds are costly and a challenge to replace in the field. All blinds should be wrapped well to protect them from damage. Please follow these steps. Remove all of the folded bubble wrap and rubber bands from the cases. Lay them flat on the table. Place set of blinds, either the center board with 2 blinds on top board or with 2 blinds, on the bubble wrap and wrap carefully. None of the blinds should be exposed. Please note, all blinds remain in their brackets and on the boards. Make sure to pack the cases this way and to have the 3rd case on top. Table and material should be in the last case you close and the first that is opened on the next event. This sign should be attached to the pallet when wrapped and ready to be picked up. This will help identify our display for Costco receiving and our trucking team. I want to take a few minutes to show you what is involved in preparing and managing the special event materials. Each December, all displays are retrieved from the field and brought to the Salt Lake City Hunter Douglas fabrication site. With their assistance, all displays are unpacked, all displays are cleaned for the 2012 schedule. Each tower will receive new blinds, new printed backdrops, and product signs. Here's manager Barbara Skinner with a Salt Lake helper. The other 2 photos are of organizing chaos. These are the reasons the display and blinds must be packed correctly and treated carefully. Blinds receive damage, and in some instances, the blinds were not correctly wrapped for transit. The gold storage bag materials must be packed carefully. These are some of the items to make sure are not left behind or packed for the next event team. The case on the left shows a very neat and correctly packed crate. The one on the right is a disaster and not what your colleagues should ever see. Make sure that your completion report is completed and sent in immediately after each setup and/or wrap-up that you perform. This helps us to make any repairs and replacements needed in advance for the next event. Thank you for being part of our team, and let's have a great season.